is why we need Val. I can't navigate. I can't drive this car all by myself. This is a whole production. Anyway, we're recording now, everybody. Right. So I'm an interviewer. I help the au pairs with the interviewing process before they go into the TBM process, where they meet Miss Val. She is the au pair engagement coordinator. She is a former placement coordinator. A lot of words. And if you're new, this might be a lot to take in, and that's okay. We will explain all these words, all these definitions, all these people as we go on throughout the weeks. And yeah, she's out today. She's a dog auntie, and we are the dynamic duo, and we are the hostess of the show. Um, Trending topic Friday is a little different to our Tuesday call. So basically, Tuesdays, we have this very structured call with all the inputs and all the very important things you need to know when you are in the matching process. And we do get a lot of positive feedback that these tips are very helpful. So we decide to stick with this Tuesday call because it is so helpful and packed with all these tips and tricks to help you successfully match with a family. And the trending topic Friday calls are more fun. Like they're more fun. We can chat, and we are trying to come up with topics and conversations where we can invite you and topics that are very interesting to you, even beyond the matching process. So today I'm really, really excited. However, I'm missing my partner in crime because this was supposed to be our first, I guess, episode of this series. So this is a new topic, obviously. Hi, Daniel. Good to see you. This is a new topic. You have not seen this topic before, and we still do the Q&A today. If the giveaway takes longer than usual, that's because Val's out. So this might take a second to get to the gift card. And overall, I'm still hoping that you're gathering lots of tips and lots of useful information today, because today we're going to talk about advices and encouragement you may need. And I know that we have so many au pairs who have matched, are about to leave. And Anna, I can't wait to hear about you because I'm sensing this might be your last live. Is that true? No. Thank God, because I was like two more. So next, you're leaving next Monday, like the Monday in 2 weeks. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm glad Belle's not gonna miss you. Okay, that's perfect. But today we're gonna talk about like the encouragement. Do you need some encouragement as a former au pair? We can have a very raw and real talk today about anything, any phase you might be at in the matching process right now. If you just need some help, it's just some support. Today is the time to talk about this. And obviously, I have a Mentimeter for later because I love Mentimeters and it's just very engaging. However, for those who are new, what we typically do on these Fridays is we offer a toolbox. So again, as a former pair, I understand that the matching process is filled with so many emotions. Like, let's be real, it's just us today. There's so many emotions. You talk to so many people you don't know. You are talking to me and Val, which is great, but you're talking to host families, you're talking to people from APIA, and you're like, who is everybody and what am I doing? Am I doing this right? Is this wrong? So there's a lot of talking, a lot of excitement, and decisions to make. Like there's one big decision, so let's talk about it. And I talked with Val about this, obviously. And the first point is probably one of the most important ones today because Val, as you know, talks to the au pairs directly. I'm not in the office, so I do all of these presentations and do like the media aspect, I guess. However, Val is in the office in the US and talks to you. You get emails from Val and has the direct conversation and communication with you and the host parents and the placement coordinators. So we've been getting a lot of feedback about language barriers and overall speaking English. So I am here to have a little TED talk with you. Adjusting takes time. Speaking a new language can be very challenging, and my English was not as good as it is today when I left Germany. I remember in Germany, as part of our graduation, you have to do an oral exam, and my oral exam was in English, and my grades for the Germans, I've always had like 7, 8 Punkte, so not, which is good, it's good. It's very subjective, obviously. But it's not mind-blowing because I've always been very scared to speak English. You're in this classroom talking to people you barely know. It's kind of weird, it feels uncomfortable, and then you have to speak about really hard topics. but give yourself time to adjust and allow yourself to chat, because if there's one advice I can give you all is Americans are very chatty. There's a lot of small talk, so you will have to talk and you will have to go out of your comfort zone, because Americans, the first thing, and for those who have talked to host families already or matched already, there's always, "Hi, how are you? How's your day going?" And boom, you have the immediate small talk. You can go to Target, you can go to Trader Joe's, you can go to Walmart, and people will start talking to you. So it is a little challenging in the beginning, especially as a German who was like, "Why are you talking to me?" In Germany, we don't say, "Hi, how are you?" When I go to school, when I go to university, when I say to my students, I'm like, "Oh, I love your shirt," they're like, "Huh? The what?" It's very different. There's some culture differences we're going to talk about in a second, but I am out here also as an interviewer to encourage you, speak, speak, speak. Come to these lives, talk to us. It doesn't matter. The pronunciation does not matter. It doesn't matter the syntax, the grammar. It does not matter as long as you communicate. And if that's with hand and feet, that is okay. However, try. Put yourself out there and try and give yourself 2 to 3 months to really adjust to the language and get to know the language. It's easier than you think. And especially when you work with children, they will test your limits at some point. They will be like, "No, Daniel, that is squirrel. This is how you pronounce it, squirrel." Or they will be very picky about the words and how you pronounce it. Don't take it personal. They're just children. But, keep it in mind, just put yourself out there and talk. And I guess a fun tip I like to share on how to improve your English besides the talking, because sometimes that can be challenging to find people that actually speak English to you. You can watch American shows. Sounds real easy, real simple. It is. However, start slow. Start with your native language and American or English subtitles. Jesus. Then watch it in English and add your native language subtitles. "Hi, Amali." And then you can watch it in English and just go for it. And I remember I watched Outlander. Do you know the show Outlander? It's like this Scottish, mysterious, whatever. What I'm trying to say is I had a very interesting accent. I had this very sharp German accent, um, mixed with a little bit of like Irish and Scottish, and that was very strange. So now I'm glad that I figured all of that out. However, you can also listen to podcasts, and when you watch shows, start with like Disney movies or movies for children. They offer very easy language for children, so you can get used to the language that the children use. For example, what are the names of certain toys? What is a pacifier? What is a construction site? All these words you may need. And read a lot of children books and all of that, and talk, 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 talk. So that is my number one advice if you want to work on your English, because in the end, you do have to speak it. I hate to break it. And Val always gets a lot of emails in either Spanish or other languages. And again, we are encouraging you to try your best. I'm not asking you to write a master thesis in English. Just, try. And no one, I promise you, no one is gonna judge you. So, practice makes perfect. And then the next point is the culture differences. And I didn't expect the major culture differences as a German going to the US, but there are some culture differences. And for example, in Germany, this might sound silly to some, but I didn't know this until I met my Colombian and Central to South American friends, that you guys don't throw your toilet paper in the toilets. Is that true? This is something they talk about orientation as well, or sometimes because of the, no, that's a really hard word, like the water system or something. Like sometimes the clocks really easily, same in the US, you're not supposed to throw a lot of toilet paper in the toilet because it clogs easily. In Germany, I'll tell ya, it works perfectly. But that was very different. And also the food. The food is a culture differences, let me tell you. There are a lot of stigmas, I guess, and a lot of stereotypes. Americans do not just eat burgers and fries and milkshakes, because the US actually consists of 51 states, and each state is so different. For example, if you go to Hawaii, because where's Laredo? Is Laredo already in the US? I don't know if Laredo's here today. But for example, in Hawaii, they eat a lot of like Asian food because, Filipino food, or the food is so different to what people eat in Philadelphia. They eat a lot of chili cheesesteak in Philadelphia. Or in California, I lived in a very green, liberal place. We ate a lot of smoothies, a lot of greens, a lot of vegetarian or vegan dishes. Or in New York, you eat pizza and Connecticut, whatever. Like there's so many culture differences in the US, and you can't really compare and generalize the US. So communication also might look very different in the US than compared to your home country. If you want to share, you can unmute yourself or just put it in the chat. Um, are you a chatty person? Do the people around you, is your country, are there people from your country very chatty? Because the Germans, Anna, we're not really chatty. Or what do you think? Now I'm just putting you on the spot. Do you think we're chatty people?
I think when we are around people who we live with or our friends, then we can be chatty. But when we go to some areas where we don't know someone, we sit in the corner and look, but we don't talk.
It's true. It's really hard to generalize, right? You can't say, well, all Germans are this and that. But it's just, I think, a fun conversation. I know we have a lot of people. Last call, we had a lot of people from Poland, from Mexico, and it's just, I love being at orientation, having these calls to just get like all these different insights and inputs. And I've seen my Mexican friends are they're the life of the party. They're always so happy. They're always like so much energy, and I love that so deeply. And I just, again, love when everybody comes together. Orientation, it is a phenomenal experience. And even in orientation, you will engage in a lot of small talk. They want to get you to talk. Gwen and the other trainers want you to get to know each other, and you should get to know each other. I talked to so many people at orientation. I don't remember all of their names because you're just so overwhelmed with like, oh my God, like A, I have to speak English. That's weird. B, what are these smells? Like you smell carpet and coffee, and then the AC is going, and there's just so much that's happening. You also sleep deprived, you're processing that you just left home. And be gentle with yourself when you're going through these changes because it is a lot. Let's not downplay this. There is a lot happening, and Belle and I are here to support you. And lastly, the biggest thing, and Val and I truly wanted to put this into this presentation, is the two P's, politeness and punctuality. So one thing that I have experienced, and you guys are welcome to chime in or put in the chat or let me know if you disagree, but with American individuals who I have talked to, sometimes it's a lot through the flower. This is how you say it, like durch die Blume durch. You also say this in English, through the flower is like sometimes you don't know, okay, what are you what are you saying? You really have to try to find that same channel of conversation, I guess. And if you ever don't understand anything, just ask. Um, the people I've talked with, they're not very straightforward. As a German, I'm very much straight to the point and straightforward. I'm like, no, I don't know that, or I don't like this. And maybe American people might say, well, I don't really agree with you, or there might be a different option. There's a lot of don't want to hurt each other's feelings. So politeness is a really, really big thing. Asking, how are you? How is your weekend going? Or how is your week going? How was this? How was that? You always have this little bit of small talk before you engage in like an actual conversation, which is a big difference to Germany. So just be prepared. Like even at the checkout again at a gas station. Oh, I hear an accent. Where are you from? Or you can never just, I always get asked about Oktoberfest. I get asked about if, I know their cousin in Frankfurt. No, I don't. I've never been to Oktoberfest. What else? Beer. Beer is okay. I don't really like beer, but I mean, I guess. But all these questions you will hear about you and your home country. So just buckle up. And then punctuality, again, something I don't struggle with as a German, but you got to be on point. At orientation, and you work with children, you work with an American host family, they have jobs, they have a life, and they need you for a reason. So if they go to work, they expect you to be at your position on time. I overslept once. I overslept once. I didn't set an alarm once, and my host mom was not upset or anything. She just knocked on my door and she was like, Rika, are you awake? I was like, I am so sorry. So she just put my host child into my bed and she was like, have a great day and I'll see you later. And then it was completely fine. And we just, hung out a little bit in my loft and we just read a book or two, and that was okay. However, don't be like me and don't set an alarm. If you don't have any rules in terms of, some au pairs have curfews, like they expect you to be home at a certain time. If you don't, you are in charge of that. And just be aware, if you have to work at 6 a.m., don't come home at 3 a.m. If you cannot promise you will be up, rise and shine at 6 a.m. to take these children. So please also be responsible. You are working with children. All of you know that children are a big, big, what's a good word? It can be very challenging. So please be on your A game when you work with the children. Stay with the kids. The safety is the number one thing. You cannot fall asleep behind the wheel because you went out with your friends to Panda Express until like 3 in the morning. That is a no-go and they will send you home. So please be punctual at orientation when you are leaving for the New York orientation week. Be on time. The bus will leave without you. So please manage your time efficient. I would love that. Okay, any questions? How are we all feeling? Doing good? Wonderful. Okay. Homesickness. And I wanted to add this because I want to normalize this, or I just want to give you this encouragement of it's okay to be sad because let's be real, this is a pretty big deal. You are leaving everything you know and love for at least a year. You are leaving your friends, your family, temporarily, you're coming back, maybe partners, but this is a pretty big journey. And I want to say that I see that and I acknowledge that. Not everybody might understand, but it's okay to miss home. It's part of the experience and it's completely normal. I don't like to say normal because what is normal? But it's part of the journey and it's okay. It's on you to navigate it. It's on you to talk about it if you feel comfortable. It's on you to make sure that you can still continue with your journey. It is part of it. However, it needs to coexist with you being an au pair and doing your job. Talk to your community council because I trust you. That you have this open communication. You are not the first person who's experiencing homesickness, and you certainly won't be the last. It's okay. I was homesick around like Christmas, especially because Christmas in Germany is pretty like long-ish. So you have like the 24th, 25th, 26th, and it's my dad's birthday on the 27th. And then you basically party until New Year's. And in the US, it's literally only the 25th. And then everybody goes back to work, which for me was like, what? And then my birthday is on May 1st. So in Germany, I am off. Everybody's off on May 1st. So for the past 24 years, or let me, no, for 19 years of my life, I didn't work, didn't go to school, anything on my birthday. And then in the US, I had to work on my birthday. Isn't that crazy? How does that work? Because I don't celebrate that holiday. So that was also a day where I missed home and family and just my old life. And again, that's okay. Call your family, talk to your host parents. My host parents were always very understandable. My best friend really struggled with homesickness, so her host dad took her to get ice cream in the beginning, and just communicate your feelings and it is okay. And most importantly, please take care of yourself and do things that make you feel good. Allow yourself to adjust to this whole journey. Eat local food. Again, I wasn't really homesick, but I went out, let's talk, I went out on a date with a person and we went to get like German food. It was horrendous. It was terrible. It was the worst bratwurst I've ever had. I think this is why I'm vegetarian now. We had it was it was not good. But I know there are many, many restaurants, German restaurants. I tried birria tacos. Sorry, the pronunciation was terrible. Birria tacos, is that how you say it? Val would be so mad at me right now for the pronunciation. But I tried all these different kind of foods that I don't get in Germany. I tried Pokeball, not ball, bowls. Try all these different things. Try your local food too. Just have a good time and then meet new friends, try new things, go skydiving. All these au pairs go skydiving. I don't understand why you need to jump out of a plane to feel something, but I guess this is what you have to do. So jump out of a plane safely if you want to, or go shark diving, or do crazy things because literally you only live once. So take it. This is your opportunity. And the little inside tip or insider tip, I'm sorry, I forgot the R. A Target run never hurts nobody. Trust me, you will find a Starbucks in Target or Safeway and you can just walk around, look at stuff. I mean, a good lipstick, a lip liner, or a good little, something never hurt nobody. So, or get some froyo. Froyo is pretty big in the US and I love it. You just put your little frozen yogurt and then you put some strawberries or Reese's or whatever, and it will fix a little sadness in your little heart and you will be just fine. So, as a conclusion, homesickness is okay. Just talk about it. Worst case, write Val an email. Let us know, like, hey, I'm struggling. I need someone to talk to. Okay, we got you. So, we love you. Okay, that was a little TED Talk and I loved it. We have time for my favorite activity ever. Whenever I pull out the Mentimeters in class at school, they're like, wow, she's so technologically advanced. Thank you, I am. So I'm going to share, there's a QR code, and I am going to speaking of technologically advanced, how do I stop sharing? Because no, we're not done yet. There we go. I want to put the link in the chat so you can also click that. I just need to find it really fast and then we can answer a few questions anonymously because sometimes it's really hard to unmute yourself in front of like 20 people, and I get that. Where's Zoom? There it is. Doing this all by myself is really challenging. OMG. Okay, there's the link. Click it, please, respectfully. And then I'm gonna go back and share my screen. Presents. Okay. Hold on. Oh my God, I cannot share the screen. Boom. Okay. Hold on. Boom, boom. Okay. Jesus, that was more challenging than I want to admit. Okay, can you see this? You can, right? Cool. Okay, so you can take a second, take a breather, and is there any specific encouragement you need? Are there any conflicts, any big feelings you may want to share, any advice you may need? You will have your Q&A session in just a second, but I wanted to also give you the chance to, ask for advice. Yeah, Daniel, go ahead.
Hi, Val. Hi, everyone. Well, I just wanted to share something that I have in my mind. I'm not really like trying to ask for any specific advice or anything, just share my thoughts and how I'm feeling right now with the process. Well, basically, something I've been hearing is the fact that one of the main things that might be a problem and that we have to work, or I have to work on, that is the fact that the driving skills are something that might get me to change of a family, or the family might not feel secure with me in my driving skill if they see something that, okay, maybe you're driving well in your country, but as you said, in the US it might be different, or you might be nervous around them the first time that they see you that you're driving. And so if that thing comes as an issue for them, uh, I, as a male au pair, might have to change families because of that. And that is a fear that I have,
Mhm.
because as I'm having like issues with the process of getting families interested in me, and if I change of family when I'm there, when I'm in the US, it might be uh, extra hard for me to find a new family for that reason. So And that is something difficult for me to work around because I don't really have a car, because in my country it's not really necessary, and I have never really needed a car.
Mhm.
And my drive and but the thing that I'm trying to work on that is trying to find as many times or possibilities that I have to drive, but it's not really something that I can really control. It's not like can I say, okay, so today I'm gonna practice 3 to 4 hours, right? Because I don't have that availability. But yeah, that's a fear that I have, and one of the things that I'm like trying
Mhm.
to work on.
Mhm. Can I ask you something? Can
Yes.
I? Okay, so what I'm sensing is that you have a lot of thoughts, a lot of not, I think anxiety is the wrong word, but you're thinking a lot about this process. You're thinking a lot about what could happen, what cannot happen. And I don't want to dismiss that. But what I'm saying is that it's going to be okay. Either way, it's going to be okay. Whatever happens in the US, even with the rematch, and I know that you chatted with Jean last week and with Val, and
Hmm.
you now know Jean, you know Val. So whatever happens, you know us, you know our faces directly, which is huge. So we can help you, support you if anything happens. However, on the bright side, we want to get you ready to match. We want to find a wonderful host family for you. But unfortunately, driving is a big thing in the US, especially if you live in Texas and New Jersey. You got to be able to drive and pick up the children and drop them off. So there are multiple opportunities here. So number one, you find a family that does not require a driver. If that is something in the 2 months of you being in the matching process, or maybe we can let Val know that you are somebody who does not need to drive necessarily. There are families who don't need a driver. If you are in a bigger city, you don't need to drive in New York City. So wait patiently. Maybe there is a family that doesn't require a driver. Now, the second option here is that you keep practicing. I understand that not everybody has access to driving lessons or driving frequently. I understand. I live in a city. I don't need to drive. I don't have a car. However, I know I'm a confident driver, and when you are in the US, your host parents will teach you how to drive. And it's a learning as you go as well. Please stay safe. Don't hit anybody, obviously, and be safe with the children. But if that's something you're concerned about, just talk to the host families about it. Like, I may need some help to drive. And I think communicate, communicate, communicate because they want to help you succeed as well, right? We want to help you succeed. They want to help you succeed. So have this open communication. You can always take another like driving course. I used to have this actually like a driving course, and then you can work on your driving, and it's completely normal. I had to adjust to the US, to the rules. You will have to take the driver's test in the US again. So you will get comfortable, hopefully, and you will get used to it as you go. So that's what I would say. And if you have questions about this, you can definitely ask again or write an email or something. But this is what I would send to you. Is that okay?
Thank you so much. Actually, that's very comforting because as you said, well, now the process is just waiting. So that's why maybe I have many thoughts, and since I'm
Yeah.
just waiting and there's nothing
Yeah.
else I can do. And I've been hearing like stories from other people that also went through the program. And
Mhm.
sometimes you can hear many things, and
Oh, you
in
hear a lot.
stories like very bad stories, like for
Yeah.
example, like you say, um, that the family just saw them once that they weren't driving or confidently, and they didn't give him another chance or at the first time, and they just changed them.
Mhm.
But for example, that's the first time that I hear this that you said that a family can give you the chance or can help you
Yeah,
through that that
of
problem
course.
that you might have or not feeling confident driving. So that's one of the things that I hope that happens. And so that's really great, great, great. So thank you.
Perfect. I was just thinking that so my neighbors had an au pair and she was really young and she was from Argentina and she had a hard time driving. So I, as the neighboring au pair, as the German driver, I stepped in, let me tell you, and I helped her. I was like, babe, we're getting the car and I'll tell you how to park, and how to drive. So maybe you have a neighboring au pair, talk to your pair friends. And I guess this also brings us to the point of community. That's the encouragement you need with the driving, with homesickness, with all of these, you need the community and the au pairs around you. And I love that someone also said, you got this. You absolutely got this, you guys. This is a piece of cake. You got this. This is an amazing journey. And I understand that what I've been reading here is staying hopeful and waiting to match and um preparing to leave. And I love this question. I'll get back to that in a minute. Waiting to match and staying hopeful. I guess the staying hopeful is you are always welcome to come back to these lives. And if I'm repeating myself, I don't care, because we are here to give you that encouragement. We are here to offer you that safe space that you can unmute yourself and let me know, Rika, this sucks. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's make this a great experience though, and let's set you up for success, because I understand there's so many emotions involved and it's okay. So come back, we'll chat, and get ready mentally to go on this journey, write a bucket list, and just prepare regardless of interested host families or not, and get yourself ready to, depart at some point with or to the US. Being strong and patient. I guess that also ties to what I said. Being patient is really hard. I guess, especially us Gen Z, we're not we're not good at waiting. We're very impatient, impatient. I've read online or somewhere that our attention span is like 8 seconds, which is less than a goldfish. So we are not really good at waiting, but that's just part of life. So we sometimes do have to wait for good things to happen. And in the end, it's worth it. For me, it was worth it waiting until I found the perfect match. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And what was the question I really want to talk about? Preparing to leave. And that is a double-edged sword, because preparing to leave to go to the US or preparing to leave to go back home. Because let me tell you, coming back from the US is 10 times harder than leaving, because there are so many opportunities waiting for you. There is this blank page that's about to be written from you. There's just all these amazing things that are about to happen and you're about to experience. Coming home is, you know what you're coming back to. For me, readjusting was really challenging, yet very exciting. I just had to find my place in Germany again, because I wasn't 18 anymore. I was actually 21. I was a big girl. I have lived three like a different life in the US, and I guess both are very challenging in their own way, but preparing to leave to go to the US is something to look forward to. And if you're struggling with the idea of leaving a partner behind or family or friends or whoever you love, just know it's temporarily. You will see them again after a year. And also, you guys are really lucky. You have a phone. Back in the day, they wrote letters. Wow, who does that? They wrote letters. Calling somebody would cost a fortune. I remember my boss, my manager, she was an au pair in New York, and she called her family for like 2 minutes, and that was super expensive. Or she just sent a letter and just letting them know, hey, I'm okay. So you can FaceTime, you can Skype if you still do that. You can literally send a picture. Yeah, there's a time difference, but you are connected. Thanks to digitalization, you are connected. So that makes the whole thing a little less stressful and I guess exciting. The visa process. Um, I've applied to multiple visas. It's challenging, let me tell you. I've been talking with my au pairs who are currently in the process themselves, and that's a big question I get. Also something that's just challenging, but it has to be done. It's not hard, it's just very time consuming. A lot of questions you have to answer about like your great great grandpa. Like, babe, I don't know what my great great grandpa did and when he was in the US. And now, because I've been to the US so many times, whenever I do my taxes, whenever I apply for a visa, I have to state all the different times I went to the US, which by now is like multiple times. I always have to go back on my gallery and find the day I entered the US and the day my visa was granted. So it's a lot of like small work, but the visa process is, once it's done, it's great. It's a one-time experience, and if you need help, you can always reach out to APA for help. And then I love the hugs. Are you guys huggers? Because I am not. Val's a hugger. She is the biggest. Like, Val is really like, I'm pretty tall. I'm a tall woman. In the US, Anna, I don't know how tall you are, and all the other Germans in here, I'm a tall woman. I am 5'8", 5'7". I am 5'6", which is like in European, it's like 1,73 Meter. Yeah, was soll ich sagen? I am pretty tall, and all my friends in the US, and even my host mom, the fairy godmothers, besides PK, the Polish one, everybody's so small. And Val's really small too. So I'm pretty tall. So Val gives really great hugs because I'm just much taller, and hugs can fix a lot of things. So hug the people you love, honestly. But I'm yapping. You already know I'm yapping. So if there any, or is there any encouragement you may need? Are you all happy? Are you all satisfied? I hope so, because now we can go to the Q&A. So if you have any specific questions, I can write them down or answer them live, or whatever. If you have any questions for Val, because again, I'm not Val and Rika, and I'll write them down, and Val will get back to you once she is back. But she's out today and she's out on Tuesday, so it might take a hot second. But I will give you a second. Can you see that? You can, right? Can you see the question? The Mentimeter? Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. So she will get back to you, but yeah, I am honestly super excited that we are single parenting again on Tuesday too. Because the Tuesday calls are just a little bigger and a little, I think I see a lot of new faces in the Tuesday calls. And also we want to get out this survey at some point, I guess, to figure out if there are any topics you want us to talk about, or if there's anything you specifically want us to focus on, because again, this is for you, not for me. I've done it. So yeah. I am not sure if you have another question, because if not, oh, yeah, Anna, of course.
So I tried, but I can't write a question. The Mentimeter.
What?
Um, and I would like to know, how is orientation, and what should I pack for orientation?
What should you pack for orientation? That's a great question. Okay, well then, no Mentimeter for us, I guess. We will just do this manually, very old school. What should you pack for orientation? I guess one thing that the au pairs complain about is that it gets really chilly. And I don't know, I mean, I don't get cold easily, I get hot. So maybe pack a sweatshirt or something. Have some water, but they provide water there. Oh, that's a good thing, because of the time difference, European flights tend to come in later than the South African au pairs are always the first, and then the Germans are always the last. So you might get to the hotel pretty late. So maybe have cash, or have like, make sure you have a snack or something, like something to eat. Like you might not be able to have a full dinner because it's so late that you're getting to the hotel. So just keep that in mind. Usually they leave something out for the au pairs in case they don't have a bar or something that you can eat. I guess that's all you need for orientation, and just your positive energy on the dance floor and your open spirit and great open attitude. Are you
Okay.
are you nervous?
Now a little bit, because this weekend I have to pack the first things. And today was the I cleaned my room, and then I have a corner where all the stuff is. I'm packing, and yeah.
It's exciting. It's really exciting. I mean, obviously we're going to, and I say this all the time, we're going to be sad, but it's going to be, especially Seattle. Come on. It's going to be amazing in the summertime with the ferries and everything. And you should definitely travel to San Francisco, obviously. That's something that you should put on your, oh my God, put on your bucket list. But overall, it's gonna be exciting. Did you have a go away party or something? Were you planning on?
Yeah, next Friday after the Zoom meeting, I have a little party with my friends. And on Saturday next week, I am having a brunch with my family. And yeah,
It's going to be very emotional. A lot of emotions are coming up, but I'm crossing my fingers for smooth sailing, and I'm sending you lots of excitement from North Germany to South Germany. And yeah, it was my family. My mom was really dramatic. Sorry, mom. She did not go into my room for the first 2 weeks when I left. Like it was so I respect her. I respect her. I understand. She loves me. But when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, it's not because I had a great time. I did not turn around. I was like, see y'all. And then I was gone. I did not turn around. But, anyways, it's a lot for everybody involved in the process. And I'm, again, crossing my fingers. And I can't wait to see you on hopefully Tuesday and on Friday so we can celebrate one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, as good as that. Okay. Anyways, enjoy though. And yes, Gertrude, Gertrude. I know you. I know you from last week. How are you?
Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was that? What can I do for you today?
I recently met with the family yesterday.
Stop! That is amazing! Oh my God, I was just drinking. Tell me the tea. Didn't you? Okay, let's recap. Tell me about it.
So, so I've been talking to three families now. And
Yes, ma'am.
then was so unresponsive, and I only had two that was more in contact with me. So the other family also was interested in matching with me, but the problem was they were moving apparently from Washington to Pennsylvania or something like that. So
Mhm.
they were so for a whole week they were like unresponsive, and I recently realized that their profile was removed from the my profile, like on the line profile. So I thought maybe they like got someone else. So now I remain with one family that I was like talking to. They were more interested in me, and yesterday they asked me if I should match, and I said yes. And I just filled in my DS60 today. So
Ah,
the agent is like reviewing it so it gets submitted.
congratulations. I'm going to text Val about this. And that is amazing. Are you super excited? Do you feel good? Do you feel confident?
Yes, they are in New York City in Great Neck. Great Neck. Ay, Great. Ay,
Somewhere the East Coast, somewhere in New York, that's all that matters. So you're going to live.
New York. So yes, and they are really a great family of three. So three kids. I mean, so
Hmm.
18 years old, and then the rest is three, and the other one is one. So
I love that. Congratulations. And I wish you all the best. And I can't wait to see where this journey is going for you.
okay.
It's amazing. Thank you for telling us. I saw all the your friends clapping and cheering you on because it is great to see each other and motivate each other. And this is why we have these calls to, also encourage each other. Amen.
Uh,
Thank you. There is a question. What happens with, hold on, Melissa, I see you. What happens with food and stipend when the family's on vacation? You cannot go with them. That's a wonderful question. So it really depends if, no, it doesn't depend. Literally doesn't depend. They're supposed to feed you. Sorry, I was thinking, oh, maybe sometimes you go with them on vacation, but you specifically ask when you're not going with them. If you're not going with them on vacation, they have to leave your food or you communicate, hey, can I have your credit card or whatever to go to the store and get food. You're not gonna starve. And yes, sometimes it really depends. Like if they are out of town and they don't need you for childcare, they might not pay you because you're not working for them at the time. But this is something you really need to talk to your host family about. Like I'm trying to remember when I went on vacation with them, I obviously was paid because I work with them. And the other times I don't really remember because again, it's been a second. But yes, you are not going to be starved. They will have food for you. And yes, it all depends how long also they're gone. So I hope this answered your question and you can go with them. Yes. Okay, but most of the time they actually do take their au pairs. Melissa, yeah. No, boo, you were still muted. I asked you to. Are you on your phone, iPad? If it doesn't work, you can put it in the chat, or I'm going to ask Branda first, and you can try again in just a second. So, Branda, yes, friends, what can I do for you?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, wonderful. How are you?
Thanks. I also wanted to share that I've meshed with a family from New Jersey.
Oh my God, 2 people today. Oh, I love it. Are you excited?
I'm super excited, and the family told me that it's like 45 minutes away from New York. So I'm really looking forward to that and everything.
Okay, Carrie Bradshaw, you're about to live the Sex in the City life. Is there anything you want to do in New York specifically? Like, do you have a bucket list? Is there like, do you need some inspiration in New York? Because I can give you all of them.
I will need some inspiration. I'm still trying to figure out the things that I would want to do in New York as well as New Jersey, but I'm really excited.
Okay, I'm gonna put them in the chat. Okay, maybe I can just say it out loud. You should, okay, New York is pretty fun. You can do the touristy stuff like Times Square and the Empire State Building. I think at some point during your period, you guys, you should definitely either go on top of the Rock, which is the Rockefeller Center, or the Empire State Building, or what is it called? The Edge. I was on the Edge, really good, so you can see the skylines and everything. And then Magnolia Bakery. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Magnolia Bakery. If you like bananas, they have an amazing banana pudding.
I do.
You should definitely try the banana pudding. It's so good. And then you got to eat bagels in New York. Here's the thing, because the water in New York is better than it is the water, something with the water in New York. And bagels were invented. I don't know if they were invented by Jewish individuals, but there are a lot of corner stores with Jewish people who make the best bagels in the world. So definitely get some bagels with cream cheese. It's so good. And then Central Park, and there's so many amazing things you can do. And oh, also one thing I'm gonna put in the chat is the what is it called? Yeah, the Staten Island Ferry, which is for free. And that actually connects New Jersey and New York. And you can see the skyline. So that's pretty awesome. So you should check this out. And
Thank you
otherwise,
so much.
you are so welcome. And I wish you all the best and thank you for sharing. Okay, yes, friend, another question, or is your hand just still risen?
No, I forgot to ask a question that I wanted to ask, so everybody got me carried away. So yeah.
Wait, say that one more time, a little slower.
I wanted to ask when I like spoke earlier, I wanted to ask something, so I just got distracted by,
Yapping. What
Oh,
did you ask?
so I wanted to ask, when they like when the family told you that your replacement maybe it's, let's say, in October, right? And then you like fill in your visa and everything. So now you got your visa earlier than that. Does the program maybe have to wait for that replacement day, or like it's just that there's orientation time, you guys are leaving exactly when, or how does that work?
I would, I wrote down your name, and this is a question for post placement. So if you want a fast answer, can you type your question in the chat and then I can ask the post placement team directly? Does it make
Oh,
sense?
yeah.
Okay, so put it in the chat and I forward it to the responsible person. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Cool, thank you. Melissa, wir probieren es nochmal.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. Well, I have two questions, and I'm very new to this whole matching process.
You are
Yes.
correct.
So I just wanted to ask, how long does it usually take to find a host family? And yes,
Okay, and the second question?
the second question is, if I give a host family a thumbs up, can I still be seen by other host families?
Yes.
Okay, that's
We'll
great.
do the last question first. Yes, you
Yeah.
can talk to 8 host families at the time.
Okay.
So be mindful about the thumbs up and the thumbs down, but I would encourage you to talk to each and every host family. That's what I did. And just have a constant communication. So in case it doesn't work out, you can, drop them and have space for a new family. And how long does it take? Well, it really depends. Like sometimes I have seen matches within a day. I have seen matches within multiple months, up to a year. So it really depends on your profile. And make sure that you have a video, that you have your essays and good pictures. And I don't know if you've been part of, because your name seems super familiar to me, but you have not been in the Tuesday calls, right?
No.
Then I would love to invite you personally to our Tuesday calls, because on Tuesdays around 8 p.m. you're from Germany, I assume?
Mhm.
German time, 8 p.m. you can join us, and then we will give you some tips and tricks for how to keep your profile strong. Like what are things that au pairs slash host families look at? And so we are trying to, I guess, work on your visibility and look at the things that host families are looking for. So that's what I can offer you.
Okay, thank you.
Great. All right. Usually, see, with every German, or especially German au pairs, I'm always like so nosy, like where are you from? Who was your interviewer? But I think it's also like kind of rude to ask. I asked Anna straight away. But maybe if you want to share, because I always
Yes,
want to know.
of course. I'm from Goslar. I don't know if you. Oh,
I do, yeah.
wow. Usually nobody knows that, but yes. And currently I'm living in Dresden.
Oh, okay. So who's your interviewer?
I don't really know.
Like from deine Interviewerin von IFS?
Also, Felix heißt der.
Felix! Love him. He's okay, perfect. See, guys, I'm just a nosy. Okay, thank you. There is the last question, you guys, for today, and the question is from Janine. Did you have cases of au pairs who could not adapt to the weather of the city of the host family? For example, okay. I personally haven't heard of it. I guess it could also be the other way around. So I am from northern Germany, so it's pretty chilly up here. So it doesn't get really super hot, I guess. And when I went to San Francisco or Marin County, it got really hot in the summer, and I was overheating, girl. I was sweating. But you adjust as you go, I think. I haven't heard of anything else. And I also know that a lot of au pairs take this opportunity to go to places where they can see snow, because a lot of au pairs haven't seen snow. So this is something they do. And sometimes they go to Colorado or to New York or to states where they have like all 4 seasons. So I haven't heard of that, Janine. But I'm happy to ask around and hear what other people have to say. And with that, I didn't expect to have this intense of a session today. I thought we're going to be done relatively fast, but I love that that's not the case. Let me try to share my screen. Thank you. Okay, so everybody, also inspired that I do have another interview with an upcoming au pair in literally 6 minutes. I would like to close today's call with a friendly reminder that we have a WhatsApp channel. Melissa, if you're not part of the WhatsApp channel yet, it's right here. It's pretty cool. You get the VIP content. You just get reminders of our lives and what we're going to talk about. Val has an email. You will find it literally everywhere. You get the links and everything, the invitations from her. And if you are ever in doubt, reach out to her. And then we have an app. It's very easy to use. You can download it, and this is how you can upload pictures and videos and documents and talk to host families directly. And then also, oh, I didn't add our website. We do have a website, which is pretty fun. I don't have a link right now, but we have a website. We'll share it on Tuesday one more time, where you we'll find our content schedule, and then just remember we have meetings twice a week on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. European time, which is like wherever you are. It is 11 a.m. for Val EST, and then we have no, it's 2 p.m. for Val. Sorry guys, I'm spreading fake news out here. But Fridays it's 11 a.m. for Val EST time. So yeah, that's that. And now it's time for our lovely giveaway, and I'm super excited. So today's winner actually is Tina Goomba. I'm hoping I said your name right, but Tina, are you still here with us today? Because if not, I have to ask somebody else. So,
Hi.
hi, congratulations. You won the $25 gift card.
Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm good. Val's gonna send it to you. It might take a second because she's out. But Tina, is that your first call here today?
Yes, it's my first time calling.
Oh my God, that is so exciting. And you won the gift card. I cannot believe it. So I'm hoping to see you on Tuesday again. And thank you for being here. And I wish all of you guys good luck matching. Keep matching. Keep your positive pants on. You absolutely got this. I will see you on Tuesday, as you know. Have a wonderful weekend, wonderful rest of your day, wonderful evening, wherever you are. I love you. And I'll see you Tuesday, everybody. Peace out.
Same to you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.